To the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve and your Political Week in Review, broadcasting live on the Really American Media platform. It's been another wild boar of a week. Oink, oink. The political dumpster's ablaze, but let's put out this shit show and reload your brain with the facts you actually need. All right, you little bastards. It's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Come on, you feline. Start scratching the post. Holy moly. Take it away, gentlemen.
Take it away, we will. Welcome one, welcome all. The Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve.
Welcome to the show.
We do welcome you.
Back again, and I believe it's Friday, right?
Yes, thank God it's Friday, dude.
Thank freaking God.
What were you holding up there? A back scratcher, dude?
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I wondered, what were you trying to say, like, oh, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine? Was it like a subliminal message, or you just had it handy?
Okay, sure, let's go with that.
Okay.
Yes, I put a lot of thought into everything I do, so there you go.
All right. Well, you're looking sharp today, Steve. What's on the agenda?
For today, or for my day, or my weekend, or what?
No, you pick, dude. Dealer's choice.
Well, let's see. I did not do a video for Really American today, and I feel guilty about that. But it's been a busy day, and nothing was shouting at me, so I'm putting all my creative efforts into this fine broadcast. And then I'm getting ready to get shit-faced on Sunday. That's pretty much my plan for the next 2 days.
Yeah, that's the big game day. All right. Hey, you know what? When we were on the radio for so many years, we were never allowed to say the name of the stupid freaking game, right? We just had to say, like, it's game day. But we're allowed to say that now,
if you
right?
do it in conjunction with a paid sponsor or something, then no, you can't do it. We're news, so we're allowed to report on the fact that the Super Bowl is happening. I cannot say, hey, the show is brought to you by Toyota today. And by the way, there's like, you can't connect those dots. But,
all right. That's fair enough.
But yeah, no, big game. Somebody on YouTube commented that because we're cheering for the Seahawks, they unsubscribed to us. And
Really?
I replied, I was like, let's take that down a notch. How about this? If the Patriots lose, you have to resubscribe. So
yeah, well, that's kind, dude. I mean, that shows the divide in our country. That everything is so fucking extreme, dude. Like, I'm okay with, like, if you're a Trump supporter, you can do this, blah blah blah. But now we're doing it for different sports fans. That's kind of stupid. But
apparently, this is the world we're in right now. It kind of like when we're on the radio, people would say, I'm turning off your station. Now people, I'm going to unsubscribe if you say one thing I don't like.
Yes.
People, you threaten us with the subscribing thing. It's not okay. It's not fun.
Yeah. Nope, that's true, dude. But you know what? When it comes to subscribers, all the folks watching this freaking podcast, number 1 million. Yeah, you helped us get over the threshold there.
Yes.
And so thankful for that, you guys. Seriously, like, I know you guys oftentimes hear us like, subscribe, like the page, but it's really important for us to continue to bring you great content and to get into bigger interviews, stuff like that. So doing that for us is amazing. So thank you
We're in the
again.
Big Boy Club now. And yes, thanks to the audience, thanks to all the hosts, thanks to everyone behind the scenes. Like, it is a big deal. And just Tuesday, we were saying, it would be a nice 50th birthday present since both of us have that birthday coming up in the next month here.
Yeah.
So, thank you, everyone. And, it is Friday. If you want to contact us directly, you can go to thevocalminority.net or just check it all out here. And thanks to all the usuals showing up and saying hello. So
Yeah, chat along. The show is live, and there is a lot of news to get to, so let's hop right in, y'all.
This is Need to Know News. News you need to know.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
Stand by.
Luna asks, hi, what did I miss? No, just making I saying hello to everybody. So, and thanking you, by the way, Luna,
yes.
and everyone else.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Say what?
I was thinking, what did you miss? If you don't know anything that's happened in the last 15 hours, well, you missed a shit ton, Luna. So
that could be what she's referring to. You're right. I assumed it was just about our little world right here.
Yeah.
But yes, no. And Luna hit the like button, so thank you.
Beautiful.
Today is one of those weird days where I woke up and yet again, just when I think like Trump can't get any more ignorant or racist or dumb, and we know he's just a mad tweeter in the middle of the night. And boy, last night he went above and beyond the Call of Duty as far as being a racist asshole goes.
Yeah, we started having conversation right away. I mean, as soon as everything started popping up, and I know what a shitbag Trump is. But when something like this happens, I'm still just aghast, dude. That I mean, seriously, this happened. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you've been under a rock, and that's okay. But we're gonna fill you in on it. And
Well, it's interesting though. On the morning news cycle, I did not see a lot of it, even though it was out there. But it has certainly gained momentum throughout the day, so much so that the Trump world is trying to backpedal. But yeah, he shared some video that I even give a shit what the video is about. But near the end of it, it featured only for a few seconds, but a picture of the Obamas, Barack and Michelle, superimposed on the heads of apes, which is just one of the most classically racist things you can do, is to call any African American person any type of a monkey. And our president retweeted it to millions and millions of followers.
Retweeted it. He went on a little bit of a tangent. This was, overnight, late hours. So let's listen to Jake Tapper talk about it a little bit, and he'll show the image. Steve and I said, like, we're not going to play the video because fuck fuck that. So, this is, this will fill you in, okay?
President Trump just posted on social media a hideously racist image of President and First Lady Obama. It came in the midst of a wild social media jag where the president was retruthing or truthing all sorts of stuff. It started last night at 10:26 p.m. and continued until midnight. What was most disturbing, of course, was in the midst of one of the several fake, wrong, inaccurate, debunked videos he put out there about the 2020 election being stolen from him, which it was not, was this video of Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, the president and first lady, as apes with the Lion Sleeps Tonight music playing behind him. I can't get into his heart. I don't know if that was an accident or malicious or cruel or reckless or careless. All I know is putting out a picture like that, video like that of the president and first lady Obama, depicting them as apes is disgusting and racist and definitely unpresidential.
Yeah, to say the least. And I give NBC some amount of credit this morning. They did have a headline that just, I'm paraphrasing, but it said Trump posts racist video. Not even like allegedly or, like just flat out racist video. Yeah. And it's about fucking time we call some of these things what they are. I mean,
100%, dude. I mean, there's no way. I mean, Jake Tapper, I guess he works for a huge network and has maybe some boundaries, or maybe he was speaking from the heart. But when he says, like, I don't know what President Trump's heart is, if he meant to do it, if he's an asshole. Yes, and yes. He's a pile of shit. We've known this for way before he was president. He's been doing really racist shit. So, yeah, he's a freaking racist, dude.
Yeah. And, here's the thing. When that video first got noticed this morning after his late night tangent, and again, as Tapper pointed out there, this was not just one, tweet, truth, whatever you want to call it, that was sent out. I mean, he did a whole bunch. And yeah, Caroline Leavitt this morning immediately attempted to defend it. And as you and I were talking about, I just think everyone in Trump world has this knee-jerk reaction to defend anything he does until someone later tells them it's indefensible. We saw it with Alex Preddy, and then we saw it today, where Caroline Leavitt is just, fake outrage, let's focus on important things. That was a jungle-themed thing he was doing. Like,
it was a Lion King thing, right? Yeah, I mean, like we were joking around about, it happened so quickly that I'm sure she was like, hey, what do I say about this? And they were like, we can't ask him right now. He shit his pants. We're cleaning him up. Like, just go deal with it. Like, that's crazy that she tried to dismiss this in any way.
Yeah. And it's funny, too, Tapper actually, once he got to work and was on air at CNN, I was watching it earlier. He did a whole thing about it, but he pointed out that even if you're going to try to, gaslight me into saying that's a Lion Sleeps Tonight jungle or what was it? The Lion King?
Yeah, Lion King.
He was like, just for the record, there are no apes in the Lion King.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Yeah. So,
Caroline Leavitt, please stop the fake outrage and report on something that actually matters to the American people. Well,
overt racism for the president matters.
Yes, it matters. is a whole freaking lot, dude. So, and we're starting to see that. The video was removed. When you sent me that link, I was like, oh, here's a link, because I went straight on Truth Social, which I only have for you all.
Right. And that's why I asked you, like, don't make me go, because you can't read the comments on Truth if you're not a subscriber or whatever. So Nick has taken one for Team Blue here and is on Truth. So I wanted to see, were anyone denouncing him? Because when he did the, Rob Reiner, when he died, and Trump, went off on Rob Reiner, like a bunch of the MAGA people actually were like, dude, slow your roll. Like, this is disgusting. So I was curious to see what the comments were, but they deleted it.
Yeah, they deleted it, and you can't go on and defend it, Caroline Levitt, and then they remove it. That's not very Trump-like. He's the kind of guy who sticks his middle finger in your face and doesn't seem to care about shit. But
I mean, that's an admission of wrongdoing, but it would be nice to have an actual admission or some sort of an apology. But as we know, he was trained to never apologize, and I challenge you, find video of him apologizing for something.
yeah, the apology, I say in air quotes, came in the form of them saying, like, oh, this was posted by a White House staffer. This was some White House staffer that posted this in the middle of the night.
Yes, a middle of the night staffer mixed in with all of Trump's other tweets that he was sending out.
Yeah.
I mean, what a load of shit. They delete it and try to blame some staffer. Well, then who's the staffer? Fire him.
Yeah, and that, you know what, it would have made it a little more believable if they would have fired somebody for this.
Right.
And we go way back to, remember when Trump was a candidate and he was going up to the debates, and people asked him about accountability, and he was like, even during COVID, he was like, I don't think I have any accountability in this. He never has accountability for fucking anything. So yeah, he won't take it here, but it's another, not that, it's another crack in the foundation, okay?
Yes.
That's happening here, because, yes, if you, listen, you maggots out there that I've talked to, like, and had arguments about, yeah, Trump is racist. My brother's one of them. Trump's racist. That's obvious, dude. Anything you can say that to argue that is you're making excuses. You're making excuses for a person. Yeah. So I wish this never would have happened, but it is creating more cracks in the foundation.
It is, and I would like to read a list of people that, are Trumpers that denounced him. But just a real quick side note, you brought up something there. I was having a discussion with someone in my life. I'm not going to narrow it down just in case their relatives are listening, because they've started to apparently. Sure. Is being racist like being pregnant? Like, you either are or you aren't. You can't be a little bit pregnant.
Are there shades to racism, you mean?
Yeah, because I was trying to say, like, a certain relative of somebody I know is a little racist. And she was like, yeah, he's not a little racist. Like, stop trying to, be nice for him. I'm like, well, it's your relative. So I was trying to be light. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you either are or you aren't. There are shades of it, just like you can be a month pregnant or 9 months pregnant, but you either are or you aren't.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think you either are or you aren't. I mean, here's the difference, because there are shades of racism, and like sometimes good people are racist and ignorant of knowing that, and when they find out, they make that change, right?
Yeah, like, I think that's a big point, because there is some societal or certainly older generations that may say something, you're like, that's kind of ignorant. When you point it out to them, if they feel bad and change, then I'm going to let them off the hook. Right. But if you're just like, no, that's how I was raised, like,
yes,
no,
yeah,
so that's fair.
That's a good distinction. So, but yeah, we are. Let's go through some of these quotes here, because I don't know. This is the first time I feel like this is bipartisan. Right. Like Republicans and Democrats are coming out and saying, like, oh, I'm getting off this freeway. I got to get off this freeway. I don't want to be on it anymore.
We'll see if that really lasts. But yeah, like Rob Reiner and like Alex Freddie, like some people on his team are denouncing him. The first one out the gate this morning, Tim Scott, Black Republican in the Senate, he said the most racist thing I've ever seen out of this White House. And whether he realizes it or not, that's saying quite a bit.
Completely. He urged Trump to take it down. So it must not have been taken down, when Tim Scott came out and said that. Not that I think it had any effect on Trump taking it down, but
No, I'm sure not. The next one was Susan Collins, Republican from Maine, senator. She said it was appalling. Yeah. I don't know this Batyan Ungar Sargon, one of the few pro-Trump voices on CNN. That must be one of the panelists.
yeah.
He said that the clip was gross and racist. And I saw someone else on CNN this morning. I think it was Jake Tapper. No, it was someone else before Tapper. Played the clip of that for a Republican, and he was like, "I haven't seen that yet." And the reporter was like, "Well, you've seen it, so what do you think?" And I just like he couldn't finish a sentence. It was hilarious to watch his brain try to be like, "I need to defend Trump, but I can't defend this. What do I do?"
Unreal, dude. It is unreal that anyone could say, even, we hear all the time, like, I just like his policies. I like his policies.
Right.
Like, even if that's the truth, if you can not denounce this and say, wow, that was fucking wrong, or that was terrible, and just move on from it, you're a shitbag.
Absolutely. Congressman Mike Lauer from New York said it should be deleted immediately with an apology offered. Rep. Mike Turner said, quote, offensive, heartbreaking, and unacceptable. Trump should apologize. Rep. Don Bacon also condemned the post in a public statement. And here's a good one. Piers Morgan, who's defending Trump constantly, British TV presenter, said it was vile, racist imagery and called on Trump to delete it immediately. So, so they did delete it because they got the public outrage. But, I've yet to see anything coming close to an apology.
Senator Pete Ricketts, even if this was a Lion King meme, a reasonable person sees the racist context to this. The White House should do what anyone does when they make a mistake. Remove it and apologize.
Yeah. I mean, that's a valid point. Like we were just talking about, when you're telling your grandpa, like, hey, that thing you just said is racist. If grandpa doubles down on it, then fuck him. But if he's like, oh, I didn't know that. That's not what I thought that meant. Like, I apologize. But of course, that is not what happened.
Yeah.
Please.
It would be. You would say, if this was apologized and people accepted that apology and were able to move on, it would be harder to say, oh, you're still a shitbag. But we're not seeing that at all.
No, it's actually, I think it's worse to delete it and not apologize.
Yeah.
Because then you're acknowledging, like, oops, that was not okay to do. But it just be a freaking human being and just say, like, he even could have said, I didn't actually watch the whole video. I didn't even realize that was at the end. Like, my apologies, but can't do it. Literally incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
And blaming the staffer. Did you see what Gavin Newsom, tweeted out?
No.
He tweeted out a picture of the auto pen. It said, wow, White House says Trump doesn't write his own tweets. Auto pen?
Keep it up, Gavin. Keep it up, dude.
And what a load of crap. I do believe that occasionally some people do write those tweets for him because some of them are, grammatically correct. So, he didn't write them.
Yeah.
But he still reads them. And that one I don't buy for a second, that some staffer was up in the middle of the night just retweeting stuff in between all of his other ones. Like, it's insulting that you try to pass that off to all of us.
Completely. There's a long list of Democrats, including, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries made comments on the long list, but we would expect them to, right?
Of course, yeah.
But there are, I guess, a lot of right-wing influencers trying to downplay this as just a meme. We're in a new meme world. Or complain that critics are being way too sensitive, often, echoing what Caroline Levitt said, which again, like, okay, thanks for letting me know you're on that team.
Right.
Because now I know.
Caroline Levitt, whatever our president does, for better or for worse, is newsworthy. Yeah. And if he posts something that is just like so indefensibly racist, like that is, of course, newsworthy. So, I mean, do we have any sympathy for her for this job she's taken on?
Fuck no, dude.
Right? Fuck her.
None.
Quit if you are sick of this. Yeah. How has she not quit? Because most presidents go through press secretaries every about year because it's a stressful job.
Oh, yeah.
To get out there and try to defend the administration. But defending this administration? I don't know how she hasn't had a freaking heart attack.
Who was the first a big boy? Remember Sean Spicer?
Sean Spicer?
Yeah. Remember, like he was out, dude. He
Last
tried
like
to
a week.
handle. Yeah, he was out. And then who else did we have? We had that. We had Kellyanne Conway. She even left. And
what's her face? Who's the governor of Mississippi now or whatever? Come on.
Oh, yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders,
Yeah.
yes. And none of these people lasted because how could you?
Who was the mafia guy?
Who?
The mafia guy. Remember the New York guy?
Scaramucci.
Anthony Scaramucci. He lasted like a week.
Yes, exactly. So,
yeah.
I think Caroline Levitt has a black soul, blacker than my T-shirt today, because if she survived this long and is not running for the exits, like, yeesh.
Yeah. It is nice to hear shows like C-SPAN having call-in talk show type format. And I'm going to play a call right now. This was a registered Republican calling into C-SPAN this morning.
Okay.
Oh, my word. I am a registered Republican. My dad was the president of American Pipeliners Association, so I came by it rather naturally. Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean, I'm looking at this awful picture of the Obamas. What an embarrassment.
He's choked
to
up.
our country. All this man does is tell lies. He is not worthy of the presidency. He takes bribes blatantly, and now he's being a racist blatantly. They were supposed to deport the dangerous criminals. This is not a decent man. He's pathetic as a president, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten man.
John, did you vote for him in all three elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupidity of creating jobs.
It's okay, John. Like the apology you just made, the things you said, is what we're all wanting to hear from people who voted for him 1, 2, or 3 times. Yes. And you taking that accountability and realizing that I was sucked into this, I thought it was going to be good for this, and realizing you were tricked. Like, I have so much more sympathy for that than just to say, you stupid motherfucker.
I mean, look at the list we've been covering for the past few weeks of the people that just keep coming out that were former Trump supporters. Like, I'm telling you, this cracks in the ice in the foundation. It's a real thing. So
yeah,
that's epic. And I was just talking about Caroline Levitt, like, how is her soul not falling apart? Her elderly husband is probably disappointed. Fun fact, they're actually the same age, but him hanging around her the past year, that's why he looks like he's in the 60s now. So. That's what happened.
Jeez, dude. Yeah, it's great, dude, to hear people come out. We've heard some of these phone calls before in the past of, registered Republicans voted 1, 2, or 3 times, come out and say, like, I was fooled with a humble heart. And I mean, when the guy was apologizing to all of America, like, I almost got a little bit of chills because I really felt like he meant it and felt like he was part of the problem. That's the way you do it. That should be your example, everybody. Like, that was over in less than a minute and a half, and you'll be forgiven, and we can all move on together and get this shitbag out of office.
That's what I'm saying. I know we all want to wring their necks and say we told you so and all that, and we can do a little bit of that. But ultimately, like, come over to the right side of history. I'm sorry it took you so fucking long, but better late than never, because this thing is not over. Yeah. If Trump had just died and everyone's like, I never liked that guy, I'd be saying, screw you. Like, that's too late.
Yeah.
But this atrocity, this slow-moving train wreck of a democracy we're living through, it's still happening. Yeah. So go ahead, jump off the Trump shit train and get over here already.
Yeah. 100%. So we'll see where this all goes. I mean, I don't expect this to last a long time in this news cycle, even with how, abhorrent it is, but it'll be buried soon enough. But hopefully this affected people the way it should affect all of us in a negative way.
add it to the list when people are like, don't call us racist, don't call us Nazis. Like, stop doing racist Nazi bullshit then, and we'll stop calling you those things. Like, tell me one thing Trump's done that's right. Okay, just look to today plus 500 other things, obviously, but just add it to the list for your mega uncle or, debating in the comment section.
Completely. And you might find it cliche for us, we always say like silence is violence. If you're complacent, you're part of the problem. With this too, I mean, call this shit out for what it is. If you want to be found on the right side of history, if you want to be found on the right side of just being a good person in your soul, like, call this shit out, dude.
Absolutely. And as we have talked about here, and as I've covered in some of the solo videos on Really American, we are the laughingstock of the world. People are either laughing at us or they feel bad for us, or they feel like, well, you fucking idiots voted for this guy, so reap what you sow.
Yeah.
But we've been seeing a lot of that going on. And as we have two major sporting events unfolding, now, Super Bowl and the Olympics,
yeah,
there's a whole thing going on with that as well that I find pretty freaking humorous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, let's start at the Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah.
We got the game, big game, Super Bowl game coming up Sunday. Seahawks will take that win. That is a prediction from both of us. So
this is the one day out of the year I do get shit-faced. So if there's any major political news, don't look for me to be on air Sunday.
Yeah, you don't want that, dude. I start getting texts from Harness, and they're all misspelled and just laughing in between. Right. So yeah, go have fun, dude. That's
I am a fun drunk. You will admit that, right?
Oh, of course.
Yes,
I love a drunk Harness. So yeah, big game coming up, and there's a couple of things to say about the Super Bowl. President Trump will not be at the Super Bowl, and I mean, for all intent and purpose, it's because he doesn't want to be booed. He fears being booed at the Super Bowl, which we know it would happen.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every event he has been at, he has been booed. And, last year, the Super Bowl, he got mercilessly booed. And he tried to say a week ago that he's not going to the Super Bowl because he's anti-them, Bad Bunny and Green Day he's referring to, which I'm sure he is. And I'm sure he doesn't want to, see any of that. But yeah, reporting came out yesterday that multiple of his aides have told him, if you go to the Super Bowl in the San Francisco Bay Area with Bad Bunny and Green Day perform, you are going to get booed mercilessly. Do not do that to yourself. And of course, little thin-skinned egomaniac Trump does not like that. So that, people, is the actual reason, which again just speaks to the fact that when we all get vocal, when we tell him how we feel, when we call him a pedo protector, when he's in an auto factory in Detroit, that shit does hurt his feelings.
Yes.
And that is the best way to attack a narcissist. And that is why he will not be at the Super Bowl.
What do they say? It lives rent-free in his head. And we know it does. I mean, the fact that he still talks about Obama, dude.
And the 2020 election. And everything.
Right, yes. Caroline Levitt was asked about the Super Bowl halftime show and where will Trump's eyes be on that moment.
Oh, boy.
This weekend at the Mar-a-Lago Super Bowl party, after the first two quarters, are the TVs going to be on the halftime show with Bad Bunny or the halftime show with Kid Rock?
I think the president would much prefer a Kid Rock performance over Bad Bunny. I must say that. Jennifer.
Sure would.
Oh, well, yeah, we probably think that's true as well, Caroline Levitt. Let's
hear buddies and Kid Rock's lyrics that have all been coming out of, coming back to the surface.
Banging minors and, Kid Rock's a pile of shit. We've known that for a long time, even before he was a Republican and speaking up for Trump.
And by the way, I don't know that anyone's TV is going to be on the alternative halftime show. It's a web thing, right? I don't even think you can flip your TV over to that. Good luck even finding that debacle. And I freaking hope it runs late and you all miss the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be a shit show. They tried to do something similar, and the feed wasn't working. It was delayed and skipping. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be a catastrophe. But
that's a great question. Have they actually set this thing up to handle if a few million people get on there? Which I would be so amazed.
Let's see. Benny Johnson thought it would be a good idea to interview Kid Rock. All right. This is not Woody from Toy Story. This is Kid Rock. Let's hear what he has to say about the upcoming halftime show at Turning Point USA.
Turning Point is going to rewire the halftime show for Americans, and Kid Rock is the star. So, Kid, what can people expect?
From me, they can expect exactly what they think I will do, and then they can expect a complete 180 to expect the unexpected. But
he'll sing in key.
I think one thing important that I would like to get out there and say to everyone is that I think I speak for us all, Turning Point, the other artists that are performing, when I say that in no way, shape, or form, don't let the left twist this around. Like, in no way are we approaching this with any hate in our hearts. We're simply going to go play some great songs, like I've said, for our base, people who love football.
What about woke artists? It does seem like the music industry has really decided to pander to a ever diminishing group of people with more and more irrelevant artists. We kind of saw that in the Grammy ratings, right, where nobody's watching. And so, what is it about the music industry that is seeming to appeal to less and less people in that genre?
Well, it's too bad that we can't just look at music as something that brings us together.
You're right, dude. It is. It is too bad that we can't just look at music as something that brings us together. You fucking did this, dude.
It's on the long list of reasons I'm so disgusted with Kid Rock that even if he differs with opinions, he should know there is a long history of musicians speaking out and standing up for what they believe in. Like, he should be the first person saying, like, I don't agree with, Bad Bunny, but he's got every goddamn right to say it. Rock on, freedom of speech, like, completely. And of course, the entire show is based in hatred. They hate Bad Bunny, which I still can't even figure out why. Other than just overt racism.
Again, it's exactly right. He's Puerto Rican, dude. His skin is brown. I mean, and, we saw this for the longest time. Like, as soon as Bad Bunny was announced, this is the crowd that was like, we should be an American, and not realizing that, Puerto Rico, that is part of America, isn't it?
Right. I would have a little more credibility if they were all pissed off when Coldplay performed or when U2 performed. Like, well, what are these Irish people doing here? This is an American. Not one fucking person said anything like that. So.
No, and Benny Johnson's there talking about, like, the woke music industry has really, starting to cater to. Bad Bunny has more streams and downloads than you can possibly imagine, dude.
Biggest artist on the planet right now, and the NFL is trying to attract a global audience, a younger audience. It makes total sense that they're doing it. And the ratings for the Grammys, what is he even talking about? Like, I mean, my social media feed was exploding for days after the Grammys with everyone speaking out, pro and con or whatever. But I mean, it dominated the news cycle completely.
Yes.
And why were they standing in a kitchen having that weird interview? They couldn't even sit down at the fucking counter. What's this? We're just going to stand here.
Who knows, dude? I mean, that interview went on for a long time. That was cut down, but I mean, yeah.
Oh, despise what they're doing. But I can't wait to see the epic failure that halftime show is going to be. Not that I will be watching it in real time. I'll read about it later because I don't want to miss any part of the Super Bowl. Pro or con, Seahawks, Patriots, it's a huge pop culture event. I definitely want to see what Bad Bunny's going to do. And I'd be willing to bet there's going to be some major guest appearance. I would imagine every artist is calling him saying, if you want me to come out there for 30 seconds, I will.
Of course. Yes, of course. Bad Bunny talked about wearing a dress to, perform at the halftime show.
Yes.
And I love that it just gets under the skin so much. Like a brown person, male with a dress? Like, wow. Yes.
Meanwhile, Kid Rock used to wear a American flag as a poncho, which seems a little, first of all, it's against the flag code. Secondly, it seems a little dress-like to me if you're draped in something. So
yes. And
is that a gown? Is that why it's not a dress?
Maybe. A muumuu. Let's keep in mind, dude, that Kid Rock comes from your home state, Michigan.
Yes.
And for the longest time, as we were growing up, Kid Rock always performed with the Confederate flag as a backdrop.
Right.
And he's from Michigan. This guy's been a racist asshole for a long time.
Yeah, I've seen some people make that point. Like, you got to go out of your way to be a racist to adopt the Confederate flag when you're from a northern state. Because
Yeah.
at least, quote unquote, Southerners can be like, hey, it's heritage. My grandpappy fought in the. Kid Rock's got none of that shit to fall back on.
No.
Not to mention, it's the flag of traitors and losers, by the way. You lost the war. The mega types are always the ones that say, like, well, sorry, Native Americans, we won that war. We took your country. Like, Confederate fucktards, you lost that war. It is the flag of unpatriotic losers.
The actual losers and suckers, dude.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, so we'll see how the Super Bowl turns out. It'll be funny. I hope the Turning Point USA halftime show completely fails. And, I mean, we can already say it's going to. It's not, there's no way that halftime show is going to get nearly the viewership that, Bad Bunny will on the Super Bowl. So,
well, here's the thing. I expect to see 0 mega trolls and comments during the Super Bowl because apparently none of you are going to be watching Bad Bunny. You're all going to be over there. So none of you should have any idea what happened. Oh, but you just watch. There will be millions of comments about Bad Bunny because, of course, they want to watch it.
Of course, dude. Yeah.
And then, Olympics going on.
Yeah, Olympics going on. And when do the Olympics? I think tonight is the opening ceremonies, if
Already
I'm correct.
happened.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's we're way behind, right?
I mean, some of the competitions I think started maybe yesterday or certainly this morning. But yeah, today was the opening ceremonies. It started around noon East Coast time. And, I did a story, I think it was yesterday for Really American, talking about the fact that the president of the International Olympics Committee said at a press conference, like, please, people, do not boo J.D. Vance and certainly don't take it out on the athletes. But can we all please just have a spirit of unity? They literally begged the world to be nice to America because they know the world fucking hates us right now.
I don't know why they have J.D. Vance there. I
for this, just a middle finger to everyone.
Yeah, maybe so, dude. J.D. Vance, we've always talked about on this show that, Trump, love it or hate it, has some sort of charisma that grabs people and, he can get people to do things. J.D. Vance coming in as a replacement after he either goes before his term is up or running, next time around. Like, he doesn't have that charisma. This clip of J.D. at the Olympics will highlight that lack of charisma for you as he was talking to a couple of athletes, giving them some nice awards.
Yeah, go ahead.
How you doing? All right, so what sports do we have? What are you guys doing? Aerials?
He doesn't know what that is.
Okay, wow. Okay, so I started skiing like 2 years ago. You probably go a lot faster than I do. Got you? Okay. You already got yours? Okay. You need one? All right, great. Thank you. How about you? What are you doing?
Aerials.
Aerials? Okay.
Okay.
How about you?
Aerial? Okay.
He is handing out press passes.
It's unbelievable, dude.
He's quite the conversationalist. He really knows how to engage with the Americans, and
I mean, I thought back to that where he went on the campaign trail when he went to that donut shop or whatever and was talking to the donut employees. It was the same shit. So, how long you been making donuts? 4 years. Okay.
Listen, you've got to stick a $20 bill in JD's G-string to get him to say anything that you want to hear from him. Because when you do, he will say anything. I mean, he was obviously the never Trump guy and all that, and is now sucking his taint on a daily basis. And
yes.
Yeah, so he is over there for the Olympics. And I've got to put a pin in this. I've got an article about JD and polling numbers that's worthy of a debate here. But
okay.
So yeah, he was, I said in my video that we all need to watch the opening ceremony to see what kind of reception the athletes get.
Okay.
And somebody just put on here that they're having trouble finding the videos of JD on YouTube. He says they're getting pulled. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
But we've got it for you here. So JD was at the opening ceremonies. Our athletes did come out and people were applauding, but then the camera cut to JD.
Ah. Okay.
And what happened next, do you think?
I don't know. Should we take a look?
Please do. I encouraged everyone to rip into the man. So.
In an individual sport, what an honor for her.
There is the Vice President, J.D. Vance, and his wife, Usha.
Those are not. Those are a lot of boos for him. Whistling, jeering, some applause.
Listen, it's a little hard to hear on that, but every report from there and what the announcer just said is, ooh, there's some boos for JD Vance.
A lot of boos coming through there. Ooh.
So the global community came through. They did indeed boo JD Vance, and I assume it's just the start of them being treated like idiots over there. And they deserve it for a million reasons, but most importantly, I think, how do you like it, fuckers, when you're in another country and you're treated like shit just because you're there? That is what ICE is doing to immigrants. That is what MAGA does to immigrants every day. Like, just because of where you are, you're treated like shit.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy to hear that he was booed. Our athletes don't deserve that, and none of that was directed at them, but he fucking does.
Yes. And, every time Trump says we're the hottest country, we've said, like, other people around the world are laughing at us, dude, have disdain, hate us. It's nice to see that, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about boos during our national anthem, but I will say this, love it or hate it, we have that right. Dissent, it's a sign of protest, and however it makes you feel, it evokes that emotion for a reason. There are a lot, I'm assuming, a lot of medals coming and a lot of national anthems playing for America. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. No, for sure. And, again, I don't want to see this taken out on our athletes, but I also do understand they represent our country and that we've shot ourselves in the foot. And we've seen multiple sporting events where during the anthem, mainly in other countries, but still, like we saw in Minnesota, someone yelled "fuck ICE" during the national anthem and everyone started cheering. And certainly when our hockey teams have been in Canada and they play our anthem and they're booing us. So yeah, I would not be surprised at all. And by the way, there were also anti-ICE protests that broke out in Milan today, right before the opening ceremonies. Like,
because ICE is there.
Yeah, and people are paying attention and they don't want to be silent in these dark times. Silence is violence. Get vocal. Like, the whole world has gotten the assignment and they seem to get it.
Yeah. Yep, I don't want to see it taken out on the athletes either, but I mean, gosh, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
It sucks. How do you feel about, after a Super Bowl win we've seen with Trump's first presidency? I'll invite you to the White House for some cheeseburgers, and there's people who opt out of that. It'll be interesting to see after these Olympics which athletes say, no, I'm not going to the White House, dude.
Yeah. Listen, I give all the credit in the world to somebody who turned down that opportunity because, generically speaking, that's a big honor to be invited just to the White House by the president, but not this president, not this White House.
Yeah.
And Trump has even preemptively said, was it the Dodgers or somebody where he's like, I hate California. I'm not inviting them to the White House.
Yeah.
No Big Macs for you fuckers. Like, just the immaturity of our wannabe dictator president is just, it never ceases to amaze me. So
Nope. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how this plays out, and good luck from the vocal minority to all our Olympic athletes. So it'll be cool to watch. I love the Olympics, so I'm a bigger fan of Summer Olympics, but I get down with Winter Olympics too. So
yeah, listen, I mean, I've been living in the Tahoe area for years now, and Tahoe has so many winter athletes to go. I think last Winter Olympics, just the community of Tahoe or any of the athletes that called it as part of their home base of training, we had more medals just for Lake Tahoe than a lot of other countries had, period.
Right.
So I am a fan. Jamie Anderson is a wonderful human being. She has met my children and taken pictures with them and had conversations with them. And, I cheer them all on, and I will be excited to watch. But, definitely fuck Trump.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see the booing, so.
Completely. Steve, we were talking about Turning Point USA's halftime show. Turning Point USA, I mean, we've all seen the news, I'm assuming, that there are a lot of asshat maggots out there trying to get, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA flags up in their pavilions at different places in their city, things like that. But Turning Point USA is meant to be a club of indoctrination. And they've got an initiative for high school chapters promoting conservative principles like limited government, free markets, and American exceptionalism through student-led activism is the way that they phrase it.
So, yes, indoctrination efforts to underage kids.
Yeah, so these are the programs that are being put into schools as we speak. Let me see where this lady's name is. Mayor Holly Andretta of Lincoln, California. She's a city council member.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So let me see. She addressed the Club of America launch that went online, and people saw how it was being taught to these kids in school, and said her comments in the video I'm about to play for you were misconstrued and taken out of context.
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to play the video for you, and I mean, it doesn't seem misconstrued to me at all.
Yeah, usually context makes it worse. So please.
Yeah, right. So we'll play the video, but these are actual remarks. You'll see she's in front of a high school classroom saying stupid shit, dude.
Martin Luther King was a Marxist, and that he was into socialism, and a lot of the civil rights things that he advocated for were not really helpful. Now there's a lot of research to that, but we can argue about that. That's kind of what and also with personal life. My oldest daughter had a lot of trauma as a child. Something really terrible happened to her when she was very young that I would hope never would happen to any other child. And as a result of it, she's a lesbian, she's gay, and she's married to a woman. And sometimes that's a little bit of internal struggle for me, because I believe that marriage is between a man and a woman, and I believe that Scripture is very clear on homosexuality. But on the other side of that, I love her dearly. We are in relationship. And that's what Charlie Kirk's message was. Is like, we may not agree. My daughter knows where I stand biblically, but I love her. We're actually going to spend Christmas with her in Missouri. We love her, and we have a child, and I love my grandchild, and I love my daughter-in-law, which is weird to say, right? My daughter's married to a woman, but it is the reality.
No, it's not weird to say at all, dude. And you don't love your daughter. You don't truly love your daughter. You're an asshole.
She says that like expecting a pat on the back or a round of applause.
Yes.
Like I actually still love my daughter and my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law. It's so weird to say.
Completely.
Fuck you. And the inference that something bad happened. So what? She was assaulted, molested, beat up, something. You're saying that being gay is the result of a traumatic experience in your childhood? That is... As I have said to megatypes for years and years and years, like if being gay is a choice, then stick it to me. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. Go make out with a man and enjoy it. Just choose to be gay. If it's that easy, just choose to be gay. And they're always like, what? No, I can't. Blah, blah. Like, yeah, because it's not a fucking choice, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, and to know that all this stuff happened, especially when after Charlie Kirk was assassinated and killed, everyone jumped on like, oh, he's some sort of god and we should have statues and flags and, you know, we should start teaching kids this stuff in high school. This is from the party who says, like, transgender for everyone. You go in a boy, you come home a girl. Like, that's shit that doesn't happen and completely crazy to even think or say. This is video of her at 12 Bridges High School. Just happened in December, so this happened for a little while ago. She says everything was taken out of context.
Yeah, what would the context be that makes it so much bigoted?
She apologized to her daughter, explaining, sharing Charlie Kirk's perspectives is all I was trying to do.
Okay.
But that's not true, dude. You agreed with them. You're telling, and we told you Charlie Kirk's a racist, dude. So even if I'm sharing David Duke's perspectives and being like, you know what I'm saying.
And she's relating it to her life that yes. I still love my little gay daughter. Like, I mean, God.
Yeah.
This has to be after school because you cannot in a public school say that kind of crap during school hours. They are allowed to have, religious clubs after school or whatever. So it's got to be what the hell that was. But That is fucking disgusting.
I do wonder about that, though, Steve, because, I mean, technically you're right, but with the 10 Commandments being put into classrooms and as we start to see the separation of church and state disintegrate, will this stuff be snuck into schools, or will it be blatantly taught at schools during school hours?
Well, I mean, I guess time will tell. I mean, there's no accountability, if they are going to break those fundamental principles.
For
but,
sure.
Kennedy, my girlfriend, works at a school, and she was talking about some religious club. And I was like, wait, well, how did you get away with that? And she was like, after hours, we're a public facility. We're not allowed to discriminate. If somebody wants to take one of our, facilities, one of the rooms or whatever, she's like, by no means are students forced to go to or anything else, but, they're allowed.
Right.
But during class would be obviously completely different. So,
yeah, it's all garbage. If you want to go teach religion, I suppose that maybe you can go teach that club, but it seems weird to have an after school club for racism. To be like, Martin Luther King was actually a shitbag. He didn't do a lot. We all thought civil rights were good, but they weren't.
Yeah, she was just using buzzwords with MLK. He's a Marxist. He's a socialist.
Yes.
Like, I doubt you could define any of that or give any actual example, but just either way, I mean, that is just straight up indoctrination, which I always say, I mean, that is fundamentally what religion is, but at least a lot of religion is not meant to just be hateful and, separatist and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's all stuff you have been taught, usually when you're young.
Yeah.
But you teach it from just a perspective of discrimination, hating on gay people, hating on civil rights leaders. Like, usually religion has the, you got to be good and kind, but we also don't like this, like that was just unfiltered bigotry and hatred. And I'm not at all surprised that that's part of Turning Point USA.
Taken out of context, Steve.
Well, I don't know that it is. We just put the context there. And so, no defending that.
Steve, as we have about 9 minutes left on our Friday edition of Political Week in Review with the Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve, we've got a few different places we could go here.
Yeah.
We can go into, there was a great prayer breakfast that we've got some things we can play that Trump attended. We've got some ICE information, including, but not limited to, some high schoolers kicking the shit out of an asshole.
Interesting.
We've got some Epstein stuff.
Boy, that's a lot. I do need to get to my J.D. Vance mega.
Oh, let's do that first.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Then I think I would like to see the high schoolers kicking somebody's ass.
Okay.
We have said before on here that MAGA is not going to die with Donald Trump. It's going to last probably a generation. And while that's good for our job security, Nick, I don't know that it's good for democracy or anything else. And Harry Enton on CNN, I think this was yesterday, he predicted on air that MAGA will outlast Donald Trump. He said, quote, it's as powerful as it's ever been. Quote, Make America Great Again, the movement, used to have 74% of Republican support. In his newest polling data, people that at least still call themselves Republicans, now it has a 78% favorability amongst Republicans. It's actually gone up.
MAGA specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
The MAGA cult.
Yeah.
Is, again, it is a cult. And whenever you take a subset of something, that's what religious cults are. You're Christian, but you take a perversion of it, you make your own little cult, and then,
Sure.
the numbers get big enough. And so MAGA is a cult. Don't let them convince you of any other scenario, because they co-opted the Republican Party.
Yeah.
So the fact that it is actually going up in the face of all of this, my only solace, again, those are people that still call themselves Republicans, and a lot of them don't. Someone who may have been a Republican 5 years ago or 20 years ago, they don't even call themselves that. But
right,
I think Harry's right that JD's going to take some of that into 2028, and it is going to keep lasting for a while. But I've also been saying J.D. Vance will be running for president in 2028 as the incumbent, because Trump's not going to live that long. So he will be taking over. So keep your booze coming.
And let's just see, dude. I mean, I don't know that MAGA will be able to sustain after 3 more years of this bullshit, with already Marjorie Taylor Greene coming out and saying MAGA, was a grift from the beginning, dude.
Yes. That's
So-
what I say. Like, there may only be 10 people left that call themselves Republicans, and they'll
Yeah.
all be mega loyals because, I think they're going to abandon ship over there. But
yeah,
like I said, the cracks are real. People are getting away from Trump in droves right now. So keep the pressure on and keep getting vocal about it.
Yes.
So let's, what happened with the high school kids? Because I've been
Okay.
very proud of the high schoolers around this country that
Yeah.
have gotten out there and protested.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that because it started off with you telling me about your son, my nephew, taking a good stance in a protest and creating a sign and really standing up for what was right.
Yep.
After that, the protests in my area started coming, and there was a lot of social media in some of the more red parts of Washington State of parents just outraged that the schools would allow this to happen. I'm going to sue the district. I'm pulling my kid out of the school. I saw a ton of it in the red parts of Washington State.
Yeah, for sure.
Does it surprise you?
No. And by the way, like the kids that walked out of school that day, those weren't like excused absences. They were absent. So
Yep.
You can't just restrain them from leaving the campus, and obviously for a good, reason. And I will say, so my son, and we're not in an entirely liberal area, up at the lake, but it leans that way. So he said that when he was out on the street corner with dozens and dozens of other kids, it's a small town, that a lot of people were honking and cheering for them, but that one mega dude did pull over, rolled down the window, and started taunting high school kids.
Perfect. That's what I was looking for. That happened.
Right. Yes, it happened even in the lefty liberal leaning town up there. And yeah, I mean, what kind of asshole are you that you feel the need to start arguing with children because they don't agree with your political leanings? You can't respect their constitutional right. You can't respect that they have an opinion and are getting involved. You want to pull over and argue with school kids.
Yeah. It shows you your derangement. I mean,
and your insecurity and your snowflakeness.
Completely. I will remind people that when Charlie Kirk was murdered, that a lot of high school kids walked out of school to give a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. Maybe it wasn't a protest, but it was definitely a type of protest to say, like, we stand with Charlie. But that didn't fucking matter. But here's a group of kids. I will say there's a lot of foul language in this, but this is how this started. These kids were out protesting, and exactly what you said. I've got 2 videos of old bastards doing the same type of shit we were just talking about. This first one, this guy gets out of the car, and there are a lot of teenagers out there, goes up to one girl in particular, and, well, you'll see what she does, but the video starts out with no audio, so pay attention as soon as it starts to play.
Okay. So he's beating on a girl?
Yeah, he was trying to push her down, okay? Uh-oh. This guy's choking him out. I mean,
talk about Fatho.
Yeah.
He goes over and tries to beat up a high school girl.
Yeah, she had a sign, and he grabbed the sign, and then she grabbed his Make America Great hat off of him, and he just started pushing her down a hill on the ground.
Wow.
And all these kids,
good for them,
rightfully so, start beating the shit out of him, dude. And
fuck yeah.
I will. Yeah, you fucking fuck. I'll tell you that this guy in particular, he was arrested, by the way.
Oh, good. I was going to say, that guy better be getting prosecuted.
The second day, the police found him, and his mugshot is funny because in this video, if you're just listening, he has a full head of hair. In his mugshot the next day, he had shaved off his mustache and his hair to try and hide, but he's got 2 black eyes. I mean, they knocked the shit out of him. They really beat him up, and I was like, whew, right on, dude.
Listen, I mean, on one level, I'm not trying to condone violence, but fuck around and find out. And you go and pick on children. I mean, I know they're young adults, they're teenagers, but still, they're high school kids, and you're going to go beat up on a girl?
Yeah.
Mega Man, please.
MAGA man.
They deserved every licking he just took. And I agree with everyone saying they're proud of him, or proud of the kids.
Proud of these kids, yeah.
Child abuse.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I mean, that's crazy. Like you said, the insecurity it takes to get out of your truck. Here's another old man getting out of his lifted truck when he sees kids protesting ICE.
Little dick. Everyone's lifted truck.
This is an old man, dude. He just walks up to him and starts yelling at him, and then the crowd starts surrounding him of all these kids. Luckily, he's smart enough to walk back to his truck. Dude.
He doesn't want an ass kicking today.
No. But yeah, fuck around and find out, dude. These kids are out there. And like we talked about when this all started going on, like, yeah, I mean, sure, there's going to be a couple of kids involved in all of this that just want to get out of class. But the majority of these kids, like, I mean, they're trying to make a statement. We did this kind of shit in high school. You know, there were things that we protested and stood up for. So it's no different.
Of course. No, I mean, we kind of covered this before, but these kids are seeing it in their schools, in their communities, online. These are people they care about. They're young, they're progressive, they have empathy, they have every goddamn right out there. And pick a side, by the way. Like, are these dumb, lazy kids that just are on their screens all day and don't know what's going on? Or are you pissed that they're informed and out there protesting? Well, you pretend to love the Constitution.
Yes, 100%.
So sick of it.
FAFO. Let's get into conservative activist Jake Lang, 30 years old, a pardoned member of the January 6 riots that decided to head up and take out a ICE display. You know, somebody had put this ICE display as protest art.
Yes. It said prosecute ICE.
Yeah, it said prosecute ICE. And this little bastard walks up and starts doing this.
Another defender of free speech.
Yes.
We support you. We support ICE. Our country was made for Americans, not for Somalis.
Jesus.
Go fuck yourself.
So he starts kicking these down. Oh, he missed. Ow!
Oh, Keep it in the nuts.
Wow. Oh, barely gets them all down.
Go ICE, baby! America first, America only! We'll see you here February 7th, Saturday, 12 noon, outside the Minnesota State Capitol.
I'm shocked that a January 6th person would be destroying stuff like that. That's
yeah, it seems kind of out of character. He obviously filmed himself doing something really stupid there, claiming.
What is he thinking? Is he thinking there will be no consequences for that?
Yeah. Well, his defense was that he was changing it to read pro-ICE, claiming First Amendment artistic expression.
Someone hold that man down and shave, fuck ICE into his head and then try to claim that it's, freedom of speech.
Jeez, dude.
Wow.
What an idiot.
I've done a few videos on that guy. I mean, he's the one in Minnesota that got the crap kicked out of him for trying to go instigate the crowds. And
yes, he needs attention.
He showed up in Detroit, which has got a huge Islamic community. I mean, it's the biggest in America.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he went into some town hall and got ran out, and then he was throwing bacon at people, and he got his ass kicked there too, and ran out of town. And he's just a provocateur.
Good thing he was pardoned. Let back out on the streets.
And by the way, he's running for, I think it's Congress out of Florida. So yes. Florida, do yourselves a favor. You've embarrassed yourselves enough. Do not vote for this man.
Yeah, he was arrested for this felony criminal damage to property, so that's good.
Goddamn right.
This is just real quick, and then we can wrap all this ICE stuff up and the show. This makes me happy. We talked a lot about all the folks of ICE getting $50,000 bonuses. This video should tell you
ICE agents are realizing that Trump may have screwed them on signing bonuses and health insurance. According to posts under an ICE agent subreddit, new agents have yet to receive the $50,000 promised to new recruits. Some are saying that it's being taxed so aggressively, it's nothing like what they thought they would get. Others haven't gotten anything at all. Other posts claim claim that they haven't even been paid at all 4 weeks into the job. Trump's DHS made a lot of promises to incentivize people to join ICE. There was the $50,000 signing bonus, student loan forgiveness, overtime pay, and other bonuses. Now it looks like the new ICE recruits aren't even getting standard employment benefits. One post claimed that they have been without health insurance for 2 months. They may have been misled, which isn't surprising knowing Trump. A closer look at the fine print of that promised $50,000 signing bonus shows that it's not actually what it looks like. It's $10,000 if they returned as a former employee, $10,000 if applications were submitted before August, and $10,000 annually for 3 years if they stay. None of this was how it was marketed.
No, of course not, Jim.
That is hilarious. I mean, that's what you get if you're willing to sell your soul for any amount of money.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. I hope they all do get screwed out of everything from dental insurance to their alleged bonus. I mean, talk about karma.
And since all this is kind of getting riled up, we have seen a few ICE agents quit, which that's another testament to us being vocal, us getting loud.
Yes.
I'm talking about America. So keep it up, y'all.
Absolutely. It's good stuff, and we could keep going all day, but
responsibility calls.
Yeah, indeed. Well, listen, as always, we appreciate everybody's support. We appreciate all you guys getting vocal. Thanks again for helping push Really American over the 1 million subscriber mark on YouTube. I mean, across the platforms, Really America's over 5 million followers.
Right.
So that is you guys supporting it and getting vocal. And yeah, enjoy this weekend. Have fun with the Super Bowl. Go Seahawks, but whatever.
Yeah.
And, our athletes in Italy. I know Team USA, we're all going to support them, but do your best on social media to direct the hatred where it's deserved at the regime and not those of us, living under it.
Yes. All the things that he just said. So have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for listening to the show, and we will see you next Tuesday.
And that'll do it for another edition of The Vocal Minority with Nick and Steve. Thanks for joining us on the Really American Media platform. Check out all our social media wherever good social media is found. Until next time, you tiny little bastards, good day.